They seem to be taking the position that homeowners should clean this up themselves.
Claims of being treated unfairly by the FAIR Plan, why some say dealing with the insurer is keeping them from returning home.
Push back, because as consumers, we really do have a lot more power than we think we do.
My purpose is to fight until the war is over.
Plus, surviving the fires only to be shut down over water. The hope for a miracle to protect a legacy.
And Star Power stepping up to help a mother-daughter duo forced to start over.
Your story really touched my heart. You won the grant.
Wow, thank you so much.
Hello and welcome to Rebuilding SoCal, our commitment to give you the latest developments in the wake of the fires. I'm Amy Johnson.
And I'm Juan Fernandez. Here at KCAL, your stories matter, but more importantly, you matter, and we will keep you at the forefront of our coverage as we rebuild SoCal.
Yeah, we'll be here Fridays at 4:30 on KCAL. You can also find this half hour on our YouTube page and website.
We'll get answers for you and hold leaders accountable while showcasing Southern California's solidarity and strength, because we stand with you.
Yes, and we start with the ongoing confusion and frustration among homeowners with California FAIR Plan policies.
Some residents told our Kristine Lazar their goals to move back into their homes keep getting pushed back as the insurers deny or undervalue their claims.
The first thing, when I walked in, it smelled awful.
Keith Stoller's Pacific Palisades townhome that he shared with his wife and daughter survived the Palisades fire, but not the ash and soot that came with it.
Like that blew open somehow. I have a door that basically opens to the balcony that had blown open. So there was ash and dust all over the floor, tons of ash and dust all over my bed.
And on his furniture. So Stoller filed a claim with his insurer, the California FAIR Plan.
I assumed that they were going to pay. In fact, the first conversations that I had with people there was like, yeah, submit your, information and we're going to do our best to help, give you what you deserve.
But the FAIR Plan decided his smoke damage was less than his $2,500 deductible.
So they're just saying the smell is the only thing that you need to pay to get out of your house, and you could get 3 days of a hydroxol machine, and that would take care of it all. As far as the toxic materials, the ash, you got to sweep that up yourself.
Stoller didn't like that answer, so he paid out of pocket to have his house tested for toxins. The preliminary report found unsafe levels of lead and lithium. The testing company recommended intrusive and substantial remediation, including removing all insulation in the attic and crawl space. What are the quotes you're getting for cleaning your place?
$26,000 to $28,000. I've gotten 3 quotes right now.
Does the FAIR Plan have to cover smoke damage per California law? We asked insurance expert Carl Sussman, and his answer is yes. And he says it goes back to a hearing in the summer of 2022.
Where the Department of Insurance went and looked at the California FAIR Plan's claim handling for smoke damage claims to prior years. They found that they were not in compliance with California law, so much to the extent that they made them go back and reopen 59 claims and pay them.
The insurance commissioner told the FAIR Plan to update its policy language to properly cover smoke damage. But state lawmakers say that hasn't happened.
They have their sort of an interpretation they're trying to use. But the CDI, the Department of Insurance, has come out with a directive basically to say that they believe that the FAIR Plan has been actually violating state law by enforcing this improper standard of smoke damage with its policyholders.
You can see I'm not comfortable being in here without PPE.
Blossom Wright has the FAIR Plan for 2 rental units next to her home in Pasadena, just on the border of Altadena. She says she was told her smoke damage wouldn't be covered by the FAIR Plan, other than changing the insulation and HVAC system.
Just completely ignoring the fact that there's soot, ash, char throughout the inside of the home with toxins that you cannot make an assessment on by looking at.
And so what does the FAIR Plan expect you to do?
They seem to be taking the position that homeowners should clean this up themselves, that it's not damage, it's just something that has to be cleaned, which is totally crazy to me. This is likely lead amongst other items. It's contaminated.
What's a consumer to do when they're told, sorry, not going to cover it?
Well, the first thing is to speak to someone that you trust other than the claims adjuster. If you're working with an agent or a broker, talk to them and say, this doesn't seem to make sense to me. They're telling me that it's $400 or $800 and I'm getting estimates that are, in the tens of thousands. What do you think? And push back, because as consumers, we really do have a lot more power than we think we do.
State Senator Ben Allen says it's difficult to police the FAIR Plan because it isn't a state agency, even though it was formed by the state back in 1968.
And so we don't have the kind of same direct control over them that we do over a typical government agency. And I guess it sounds as though they're trying to take advantage of that. Again, unacceptable. So we're just going to have to ratchet up the pressure on them and hold them accountable.
In a statement to us, the Department of Insurance said all insurance companies, including the California FAIR Plan, are required by law to adopt and implement reasonable standards for processing smoke damage claims, and that it is not reasonable to deny a smoke damage claim without conducting an appropriate investigation. But Stoller and Wright say they worry in order to feel safe, they'll have to pay for the cleanup themselves.
It just really feels like an example of tell everybody no, push back, and then only give in when the chorus is loud enough that we have to act.
I reached out to the FAIR Plan, and a spokesperson told me the FAIR Plan approves all covered claims, including smoke claims, consistent with California law. However, she clarified that the FAIR Plan requires direct physical loss for there to be coverage. Kristine Lazar, KCAL News.
The major deadline for applying for some forms of fire recovery assistance has passed, but now some people are getting a lifeline. The Small Business Administration has given a grace period for low-interest loan applications for struggling businesses and homeowners. The new deadline now is May 30th. The SBA also says it's okay to not know how much money you need.
The SBA program allows increase in loan amounts for up to 2 years from the date of the loan authorization agreement. That's whether you're a business, homeowner, renter, or nonprofit.
Small businesses and nonprofits can also apply for loans that cover economic injuries. That deadline isn't until October 8th.
Well, a beloved Altadena hair salon survived the Eaton fire, but it's still closed because the water is shut off.
And Rena Nakano spoke to the 83-year-old owner who was fighting to stay afloat.
Every day at 6 a.m., Lynn Lawrence is here.
I'm the oldest tenant in this complex.
In 1978, he opened Lawrence and Colbert, a beauty salon on the corner of East Altadena and Lake.
What I wanted to do was bring the Beverly Hills atmosphere to Altadena.
From press and curls to relaxers to braids, they do it all.
They come every 2 weeks without fail.
Until the Eaton fire. Though the salon physically survived, Lawrence hasn't been able to reopen.
There's no way to even shampoo hair without water.
Since January, Los Flores Water Company hasn't been able to provide clean water to its customers.
No water.
In its February release, it estimated water will be restored by the week of March 10th. That didn't happen. No water means no clients. Rent is still due. He got a small business loan, but that'll dry up in weeks.
The maintenance crew has a family. They have to eat too. So I'm paying them to come and clean a place that is not dirtied every day.
The last time they were forced to shut down was, of course, during the pandemic. Lawrence says he's still recovering from that.
Paid back rent, had to sign a promissory note for that.
The water company now thinks it can restore water by mid-April, but Lawrence says that might be too late. Just the thought of having to let go of his 43-year-old business, operators, and clients is heartbreaking.
It's tough.
Lawrence is hoping for a miracle so he can schedule his regulars again. Because at 83 years old, he says he's not ready to retire.
I think my purpose is to fight until the war is over. You know, to fight as long as I can.
In Altadena, I'm Rena Nakano, KCAL News.
You just wonder if there's maybe a portable water tank or something that he could use in the meantime. All right, Topanga Canyon is open for business. That's the message from the community, which held a rally this week to reopen passage from the south.
It's to get the issue to the governor so that he will declare a state of emergency and they'll start working on our road.
Well, the rally was in response to Caltrans closing State Route 27 indefinitely from PCH to just below Grandview. The closure comes after the Palisades fire and February storms that then washed out the road. Now, some small businesses have turned to online sales to supplement their losses, but they say they can't mail customers the essence that makes Topanga, Topanga.
It's an experience, and that's what, why people should come here and want to come here and love coming here, because it's so unique,
Well, the latest Caltrans update says crews have removed about 860 truckloads of mud and debris so far. That's about 25% of what they say needs to be cleared in addition to the other work.
Well, the clock is ticking for right of entry forms, what LA County says will happen if owners don't respond. That's next.
Plus, a new and fuller perspective of the burn areas from above as we approach the 3-month mark.
And we've partnered with the American Red Cross to help fire victims. If you'd like to donate, scan the QR code there on your screen or go to redcross.org/KCAL. The LA County Board of Supervisors is taking steps to clear burned properties where owners are not responding.
KCAL News assignment editor Mike Rogers is following the story from the desk.
Yeah, so look, here's the deal. The LA County Board of Supervisors says there are still 1,000 property owners that they have not heard from when it comes to how they're going to clear their property. Remember, we've been telling you have to either opt in or opt out. Well, there are still about 1,000 properties where they haven't heard from either. Board of Supervisors says time is running out. Take a look at this new video from SKYCAL. This is in the Altadena area where we noticed that there are a lot more properties that have been cleared in the Altadena area rather than out in the Palisades area. But the Board of Supervisors says they need people who have been non-responsive to come forward and let them know either one way or the other if they want the help getting the properties cleaned or not. They say that if they don't hear back, they're taking motions and measures to be able to do it themselves. I'll show you another piece of video here because this is over in the Palisades area where the work is still being done to clean things up over there as well. The Board of Supervisors says, look, we're running out of time to get all of this federal help that we're getting from FEMA, from the Army Corps of Engineers. We need them to be able to get this job done in a timely manner before we lose them altogether. That's why they say if they don't hear back from people, they're going to have to take matters into their own hands. I want to show you one more piece of video here because this is over in the Malibu area. These are the homes that they are more specifically concerned about because the Board of Supervisors says as the high tides of the summer start to come in, they're concerned that the water is going to be pulling that debris back out into the ocean. They are encouraging, once again, homeowners, property owners that have not either opted in or opted out to do so very soon. And if not, they say they may have to do that for them and get that property cleared because they are concerned about the long-term effects, and they're also concerned about running out of time for federal help.
All right, Mike, thank you. And if you have a tip about the fires that you want Mike to look into, scan this QR code right there on your screen or visit kcalnews.com/tips. Well, this week, our Desmond Shaw did an extensive flyover in SKYCAL over the Palisades and the Eaton Fires as we approach the 3-month mark.
He checked in on many lost or saved community landmarks and what's ahead for them, including the beloved Bunny Museum in Altadena.
Apparently, they called it the hoppiest place on earth. I mean, how cute is that? It was founded in 1999 by husband and wife Candace Frazee and Steve Lubansky. And it wasn't originally here, but they moved it to this building in 2017. And the LA Times says that the museum held more than 40,000 rabbit-related items across 16 galleries and 7,000 square feet of space. And it actually had the Guinness World Record of the largest collection of rabbit-related items. So, I mean, we have so many quirky museums in the greater LA area, but this just might have been the quirkiest. They do say that they're going to rebuild, and they do have a GoFundMe account on there. So if that really pulls at your heartstrings, definitely search out the Bunny Museum Altadena and find that and contribute to that. Fortunately, I do know I had read that the live rabbits, bunnies that they had here were safely evacuated. So I was, kind of similar to the Will Rogers. I'm a big animal person, and so I was, at least breathed a sigh of relief to hear that. I mean, a small silver lining anyway, but hopefully maybe some of those rabbits will get to return to a brand new home someday. But the remnants of the Bunny Museum, one of so many places lost here in Altadena, it's going to take a very long time, but SoCal will be united and we will pull through.
And you can catch Desmond's full special, A Look Above the LA Fires, on our website and on our YouTube page under the Rebuilding SoCal tab. Meanwhile, more properties left charred by the Eaton fire are starting to sell. They're listing for an average of about $625,000 per lot.
Yeah, but as Cara Finstrom reports, there are big questions about who is buying and what it means for the community.
We're going to see a trend of developers and private investors come through and purchase these lots. With the investors and the developers, they have the cash and the means to do so.
Sam Nigerian is a Redfin agent who's worked in the Altadena area for decades. He says homeowners who've lost everything are making decisions to sell based on the trauma they've suffered, the costs and time involved with rebuilding, as well as future insurance costs and risks.
We are having more wildfires in California. That is playing a major factor.
Many analysts stress private investors need to play a role to get Altadena on its feet quickly. But locals fear their community will change.
We got to come together, stay here, and just be patient. Be patient because they're going to rebuild.
Willie Youngblood stopped us as we headed up into a burned Altadena neighborhood. He lost the home where his children were born and plans to rebuild.
I love Altadena, so I would like to stay.
So does Carrie Whitney Jackson.
My husband wanted to sell it once I got married, and I refused. And I'm still okay with that.
We found her looking through the home's remains one last time before the Army Corps of Engineers arrives with bulldozers. She says the rebuilding process is very challenging.
With the debris removal, I'm not really sure exactly how much the Army Corps of Engineers is going to take. I'm probably going to have another debris company come through.
Especially our advanced age community members, our seniors, are saying that they don't know if they have the bandwidth to wait another 3 to 5 years for the new build.
My Tribe Rise organizer Heavenly Hughes helped plan another Altadena is Not for Sale rally this past weekend. She told us she doesn't want fire survivors to feel pressured by the phrase on yard signs across Altadena. She wants them to know her organization and others offer support. They're connecting those who want to sell with individuals and families who want to live in Altadena. And they're assisting those interested in rebuilding with help. Her hope to help preserve the historical diversity and community that shaped Altadena.
And a lot of friendly, nice people, and it's just a beautiful city.
Cara Finstrom, KCAL News.
Well, putting Los Angeles in the first chair.
The free classic performance at one of LA's most iconic venues and the pop twist that came with it.
Hi, girls. You are one of the grant winners.
Plus, the big surprise for dozens of women from reality star and advocate Paris Hilton.
And a one-of-a-kind piece of Dodgers history up for auction to raise funds for a good cause. Well, a night of love and support for first responders and survivors of the fire.
They were honored with a free concert at the Hollywood Bowl that featured special guests. That was the Palisades Charter High School Band. They joined the Los Angeles Philharmonic to kick off the We Love LA concert. The Palisades fire severely damaged the school. We also spoke to one couple who lost their home in the Eaton fire, but managed to find a rental nearby to make things easier for the kids.
Community of Altadena, it became like our whole family's community, all the neighbors, and they would walk dogs with grandmas, and so they lost all of that as well. And so to keep them close so that life wasn't completely turned upside down, that was important for us, yeah.
Being a part of these opportunities, come out here and just show them the respect and, honor that everyone deserves. It's just very special for LA to do this for us.
When so many people were so scared and going through so much, the firefighters and the first responders stepped up and were incredible and protected people and protected the city. And to be here to give back to them tonight is about the most meaningful thing that we can do.
Pop star Christina Aguilera also performed at the show. The We Love LA concert will be available to stream on demand starting next week.
I just wanted to personally come on here and tell you both that you won the grant.
Wow, thank you so much.
This is the moment that Barbara and Anissa Shea found out they won a grant from TV star Paris Hilton and GoFundMe. The mother-daughter business, the Little Red Hen coffee shop, burned down in the Eaton fire. They say the money will help them move forward with their plans to rebuild.
Totally grateful. I am so grateful that I'm willing to take the shovel and get to work.
I want people to know that we'll definitely be back. We'll be back bigger and better, and just stay tuned.
The Little Red Hen coffee shop is one of 50 women-owned businesses to get grants of up to $25,000.
Wow, terrific. And finally, a piece of Dodger history up for grabs. The baseball from the final pitch of the 2024 World Series is being auctioned for fire victims. Dodgers catcher Will Smith and pitcher Walker Buehler are auctioning it through their foundations. The historic ball sealed the Dodgers' victory over the Yankees in Game 5.
The auctioneer stopped by our studio with the prized ball and spoke to our Jim Hill about why it's so unique.
It is the first time anyone's ever had a chance to buy not only a Dodger last out of a World Series, but any last out of a World Series that is authenticated by Major League Baseball.
Well, the auction hosted by the Memorabilia Network ends on Saturday.
Thanks so much for watching Rebuilding SoCal. I'm Juan Fernandez. We'll be back next Friday at 4:30 right here on KCAL.
And I'm Amy Johnson. You can also find this show on our YouTube page and website. Good night.